I'm Anjali Varma, and you're watching The Modern Mompreneur. And today I'm joined by Anastasia Dellaccio of Dolci Gelati. Thanks so much for joining us, Anastasia.
Thanks for having me.
Anastasia's business, Dolci Gelati, is just one of the many hats that she wears. She's also a mom of two and does marketing and communications for the UN Foundation. And that's what we're going to be talking about today, marketing tips to create awareness for your business. But before we get into that, can you tell us a little bit about Dolci Gelati?
Sure. So Dolci Gelati is an artisan, all-natural gelato company. It's authentic Italian recipe, and we've been around for almost 7 years now. We do wholesale distribution. We have pints in stores. We have a storefront, and we sell to the National Stadium as well.
Great. And one of your first tips on marketing is around a blog. So do you guys have a blog for Dolci Gelati, and what are your recommendations for blogs?
Sure. So in terms of you have your company website, but it's very important to have a blog. I think it's an excellent way not only to increase your SEO, but to be able to connect with people on a more personal level and be able to post more relevant content on a more frequent basis.
And what about people who struggle with what that content would be? Do you have recommendations on that?
Sure, I do actually, because I struggle myself. And with the food business, sometimes if I'm stumped, it's okay, let's post a recipe. But I think some other great ways is to get other contributors, to partner with other like-minded businesses. And fourthly, why not crowdsource it? So if you're on social media, take to Twitter, take to Facebook, and ask your community what they want.
So speaking of Facebook and Twitter, that's your second tip, being big on social media, which is a necessity these days. What are your thoughts around social media and which channels to be using?
Sure, there's a million channels, and every business that you have is going to differ. Everyone should be on Twitter. Everyone should be on Facebook. I think Instagram, is a great visual way to be able to connect with a whole different audience, because people don't just have to friend you. You can use a hashtag as a way to be able to engage other people. I think no matter what you do, timeliness is key. Knowing when to post things. For example, we will always post yummy pictures of food around noon, and we always get lots of likes.
So what about the third tip around in-store sampling?
Sure. As a food product or any product in general, I think that age-old advertising of spending thousands and thousands of dollars for billboards and magazines, it's gone out the window. And a great way to be able to connect with people one-on-one and build relationships with people, which ultimately will make them keep coming to your product more and more, is to do in-store samplings. I know for us, the grocery stores love it because it gets the product moving. But there's lots and lots of options out there, and ultimately people might look past your product and they might choose your product just because they know you a little bit better.
And I agree with that for a service business as well. Having events in your store, doing free trials of your service are a great way to get people to connect with you and come back for more. And your fourth tip is around the community, partnering with the community, and also giving back.
Sure. I think whether you're an individual, a small business, it doesn't matter. Maybe you don't have the money to be a platinum sponsor, but you can certainly give back in your own way, and it's everyone's civic responsibility to do that. Partnering to do samplings or donations for charitable events is not only a great way to give back to the community, but it's also a great way to market yourself and bring brand visibility to communities of people that you might not be able to reach in the markets or who are following you via social media, etc.
Thank you to Anastasia of Dolci Gelati. Would love to hear from you on what marketing techniques have been effective for your business. And stay tuned next for the Mompreneur Minute. And now it's time for our Mompreneur Minute, where I'll ask Anastasia a series of lightning round questions related to mompreneurism. So the first one, Anastasia, is the challenge that all mompreneurs face, balancing the worlds of work and home. What is your advice on that?
Schedule. I can't live without my calendar. I think you need to schedule time for your kids as you would schedule time for your meetings, and that way you know that you're always going to have dedicated time with them.
What about books, resources, apps, websites out there that you have found to be effective and you would recommend to other mompreneurs?
Sure. Off the top of my head, I really like some online networking sites, such as Her Corner. I think it's a great way to get advice and share advice from other like-minded people. In terms of apps or other things, I gotta say, as a marketer, doing a regular newsletter is very, very important, and MailChimp makes it so easy. It's an easy way to integrate into your site. Even I can use it. And it's also a great way to be able to collect email addresses and data from other people.
Mm-hmm. And now it's time for our mompreneur mantra, or the one piece of advice that Anastasia would give to all of you mompreneurs out there. What would you say your mantra is?
Sure. Whether you're starting your business or growing your business, don't be afraid to take a risk. Because if you don't take risks, you never know what might be able to be achieved or what'll happen.
Great words of wisdom. Thank you so much, Anastasia Dellaccio of Dolci Gelati, and thank you for watching. If you want more tips on parenting and entrepreneurism, please subscribe to my YouTube channel or follow my blog at themodernmompreneur.com.